All right, I am live. I'm waiting to see if I'm gonna be live in the group. Guess if somebody hops on, let me know if I'm live in the group. Looks like I am, but I'm not seeing it pop up, so we're just gonna kind of go with it, I guess. Maybe it's gonna take a second to show up there. Click on, oh, there I am. It says I'm live, I guess. So we're gonna go. Gonna back out. We're just gonna, I'm not seeing it on the page. So I'm just going to go with it because again, it says I'm live, but I'm not seeing the video anywhere on the page. So we'll just act like it's working because we don't know any better. It's day 27, everybody. Farmhouse holiday. I am Jill Blanchette. I 20 some years ago named my group Green Thumb Stampers, and I never thought to give myself a name. My team is Green Thumb Stampers, and that's just what I've always gone by. So I guess I'm just the singular. I'm the Green Thumb Stamper, I call myself now. Um, and I'm in Vicksburg, Michigan. Wish everybody around us a happy Thanksgiving. Hopefully we all have things to be grateful for today. Let's give a big shout out to Kevin for putting this group together. He's done this a couple of times, and it's just a great time, you guys. It's just a lot of fun. I'm gonna just, gosh, I'm just having a hard time with this because I can't see what's happening. But anyway, we're gonna go with it. I'll check it afterwards, make sure it worked. Today is my day for the farmhouse holiday, and that's why, if you could see, on my normal Green Thumb Stampers page, every 25th of the month, I do a Christmas card, and I wear some little head thing. So I thought today, even though it's Thanksgiving, I didn't have a turkey plume or anything, I thought that I would do Christmas headgear. So that's what I'm going to do. And let's get down here. Let me turn my camera down to my desktop and I will show you the first card. You guys, what I'm going to do today, because it is Thanksgiving, everybody's got lots of stuff going on, lots of stuff to do. I am going to do a bunch of lives today. I have like 6 cards and then a gift card holder to show you guys. So I just thought I'm going to just randomly pop in on you throughout the day. Maybe you're waiting for the turkey to finish up. You're waiting for your guests to come. You just need to go in the other room and escape for a few minutes. I'll have some entertainment out there for you. And if you don't want to watch me all day, there's 26 other days worth of videos and cards to look at on this page. Again, this wonderful brainchild of Kevin's, awesome. So let's turn my camera down and get all that. Let's see, I gotta switch it around. Or maybe I'm not zoomed in properly. Hold on. There we go. From our house to yours. Now it looks like it's working. So I will zoom down a little bit. All right. So this is the card that we're going to make. I know it's not necessarily farmhouse, but it is a little bit along the lines of our trucks, wreaths, buffalo plaid, just Christmassy. I am sticking it in there today because it's from our house to yours. Christmas wishes, holiday wishes, Thanksgiving wishes, whatever kind you got. So, excuse me, let's get started. I'm going to do hold on a second. Okay, I'm going to get my little kit out that I got going here. I'm trying to prep a lot ahead of time so that, you know, my videos are short, sweet, and kind of easy to follow along. There, I'm not going to use a lot of specific things you can shake them up to use whatever it is you want to use. I'm using a few retired things. So let me get this out of the way. That's the card I'm going to make. So we're going to start with this card. And a base can go whichever direction you want. You can go up or down, or you can open book fold kind of thing. So that's what we've got going here. I'm going to start with a basic white base. You just need any old Christmas paper. And I probably should have made this buffalo plaid, but I made my samples at a girls' weekend. And I just started looking through my friends' paper stash, and I found this one. So I thought that this was really pretty, and I decided to use it. So what I've done is I've cut a square out of the center, and I do have the pieces and parts to show you. Use anything. Use anything you have. I happen to use this die here that came out of the framed scenes dies. Could be retired. I have not looked, but that was what came through my head. So I used this framed scenes die. The only thing after I cut it, I realized it's a super cool die. You can't really see very well, but it cuts out the wood grain of the die cut. So you just have to be careful when you glue it back down to not maybe stretch it, and maybe you'll even want to pop yours up because you can't really see it so much that it's a die cut. So then we're going to put a layer behind it, and this time around I have embossed with the evergreen forest because I wanted some trees. My sample has the wood plank, but I wanted some trees this time to kind of go behind my house and go with all the trees that we got sticking up around it. Not trees. There's not trees sticking up around it. It's the evergreeny stuff sticking up around it. So I'm going to lay that down, and we're going to go this way. Which side do we want up? We're going to put this side up. We're just going to glue that over the hole, like so, so that our trees are sticking up in there. I'm going to go ahead and glue this paper on. We could even glue that side up, but go from here. I think next time when I go, well, I'll check this when I'm done and make sure that it's videoing. I don't see any comments of anybody saying that you can't hear me or any of that. So I'm just going to go, it is not expecting to have people watching during the live. So now we can glue this on, and I'm going to glue it flat, and I'm going to not glue the frame. I'm just going to put the glue on the white part this time and just see if that gives it a little bit of height in there. So then we kind of, put this back in the hole. And we'll give that a little stick down. Excuse me. So then on my sample, I used the postage dies, but I thought that possibly I would try the old postage punch that we had. We don't have it. We had, and just give that. Let me punch that out. Just give that a try as a little bit softer look. I think the edges are a little bit softer than the postage die was. So we're gonna get our little punch out. And so I didn't tell you this piece I cut on the 8th, so it's 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And then this little piece was 3 by 2 1/2. But whatever you use for your hole to make your frame, you just got to go about the same size to get it to fit behind there. And then I'm going to use the Humble Home stamp set, and I'm going to use the From Our House to Yours. And I just stamped that in black. So I got some Memento black for that. And I'm going to put it up toward the top because I'm going to tuck it down in the card a little bit. Ooh, okay, so let's try it again. And Facebook, if you can hear my TV, do not own the rights to the song. They might not be as picky now as they used to be. Oh boy, I was always getting stuff taken down because it said I was copyright infringing. So that's going to go over there. We're going to stamp our house. We just need a basic white piece and stamp the house. I'm going to use the house with like all the details on it. And we're going to again stamp that in Memento because we're going to color it and we don't want the ink to run. And I did not make sure that was going to fit in my punch. That's okay. We're going to color it real quick. Probably should have colored it ahead of time. So maybe I will just color part of it. So I got some real red here. I'll color quick. Won't be the most beautiful color job, but we'll color it quick. This is the time I have permission to color outside the lines when you go quick. All right, I'm just going to use light red. We got a little bit of crumb cake. Let's use some dark, whoa, sorry. Let's use some dark crumb cake on the windows. And then up here on top of the, and then I want to use some light down below. I probably should color this part after just so that I got the ability to blend it into the yellow. And then we're going to color our house. So I have dark darling duckling, and I'm just going to follow the contour of the house roof, the little scallops. And we'll go around the door a little bit. And we'll come down here a little bit off the bottom. And I guess we'll just layer up. I don't know if any of you have seen me before, but I do not pride myself on my coloring. I'm not the best colorer. Kevin is a beautiful colorer. I can get by. I miss that gene. And we're going to use the light crumb cake to finish our door. And put some dark red on the heart just to color that in. Whoa, that bled pretty good. And then now I'm going to just finish off the house with some of the light darling duckling. I'm not going to worry too much about the expertise of the coloring. You get it. Hopefully I'm not shaking the camera too much. All right, let's do this little chimney. There we go. And then we're going to take the punch for this house. The house has a punch. And I'll cut out the house. And I want another heart, so we're just going to stick it back in here to get another heart, small one. And then I need enough. We'll see if I got enough on this piece to do got a little bit of soft sea foam. I wasn't exactly sure what color I wanted to go with the rest of the card, but I think the soft sea foam flows okay with it. So that's what we're going to use. And then this one we do have to cut out. So get that cut real quick. I'm too big of a. I start out with a small like border, and as I go along, it gets bigger and bigger. So there we go. Oh, I had to push my little hearts off. All right, so now we've got this heart. I got way too much of a border on most of it, but it's easier for me to go back and cut it off than it is to cut it right the first time. So, all right, so there, now we've got our heart as well. So our heart's going to go over here, and then our little house is going to come down at the bottom. Then for filler, we're going to use these two little hearts that we have here. And I'm just going to put a little bit of red. We're going to do some red on the bottom of one. And we're going to do some red up by the top of one. And then we're going to come in with our darling duckling. I'll use the dark and see if then we can spread that. I got to use the other end. Spread that red out. That. All right, so everybody got big plans. What time's dinner for everybody today? I'll look at that so I can make sure I'm kind of taking a break during that time. Just, yeah, I'll eat my own dinner then. All right, so we're going to pop up one of the hearts. On our postage. I guess they're both sides look pretty much the same. Pop one up over here. Oops. Is it not sticking? Doesn't like the alcohol. Oh, it's stuck to my fingers still. All right, we'll stick that one right there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to build around. So I used this die from the Winterly Treetops. And so I did one half in red and one half in white, and I ran it through. And then we're just going to cut these off. Because we want these little Christmas tree sprigs. And I don't exactly know how many I'm going to need, but I got quite a few here. We got 4 nice ones. And then the same with the white, but the white, we're going to take a little sponge piece and some early espresso ink, which oh, here it is. And we're just going to sponge kind of light dark along the pieces. All right, that looks pretty good. We just want a variation of color, I guess, in there. And then I'll go ahead and cut these out the same. And this guy over here. And I'll get a couple more. Okay. Let's see, that should be pretty good. All right, so let's go. And also, I forgot to tell you, we're going to tuck them in here. So you don't want to glue the bottom to your embossed piece. So we're going to tuck that down in here and hang it over a little bit. I'm going to just put a dab of glue. We're going to roll with this and hope that everything's getting put in the right area. We're going to pop up our heart. Slap a dimensional on there, and that's going to come down here in the corner area. And then now we're going to put some of our colors, our colored sprigs down in here. Okay, so this one's going to be a little long. It doesn't want to cooperate and slide down in there. And then we'll stick like this. We're going to put a couple like across each other like this. And let's glue those two together. And it doesn't matter that they're like pieces and parts because you're not going to see them. So now we're going to take that other little heart and we are going to glue it to right here where these two are kind of coming together. And then we can pop that up. Another little baby dimensional on there. Did anybody get dimensionals off the Black Friday sale? I did get a few packs. All right, then we're going to put that, I just kind of want to put that down in here. And then now we'll fill in with some of our red. So just a matter of how you want it to go. I'm going to just put a blob of glue in there. And I probably needed one more of the brown, but we'll be all right. We'll figure it out. Put our red in next. So let's put these down in here. That looks pretty good. We're going to cover it up with our house, so I'm not going to stick those in there all the way. Oh yeah, I should, because I got to glue the brown on the top. Okay. And then now we'll just add the brown on the top. Right there. Stick another red one down in here. It's just all willy-nilly. If I had some more, I probably would fuss with it some more and put more down in there. This is what we've got, so this is what we're going with. Probably, like I said, I could get another little tiny one off from here. It's not And we'll just leave it. I'm not going to mess with it. Then we will pop our house up around here like this. So it kind of, is filling all that in, covering that up. We're going to put a couple dimensionals on our house. Take that off. Put our house like down in here. And then I have some of the Darling Duckling little gems. Let me see what they call them in color. The 2527 in color flat pearls. And we're just going to stick some of those around in here somewhere. Kind of give it a little extra something. And we'll put a couple down at the bottom by the house. Whoops, I slid that one way up in there. And we'll put a medium one over here. And then for the inside, if you've used thick white cardstock, you don't need anything on the inside. But I just thought that that might look a little strange just to plop that piece of paper in there. So I did cut another layer for the inside. I don't know, how do you decorate your insides if it's a light color and it doesn't need a layer on the inside? Do you just plop it right on that inside like that, or do you decorate somehow? Put it on. So we're going to put this in here like that. And then there is my first card for you guys today. I appreciate you watching. I'm going to come back to me real quick. Maybe. Okay. I appreciate you watching, and I will be going live several more times today. I will go and check this and make sure that this worked okay, because like I said, I didn't see it showing up anywhere. It's not like, oh, there it is. It just took for a really long time to get up there. And then I could see, okay, so it just took for a really long time. Vesta, Kevin, Lori, hey guys, Christy. Yay, it did work. Oh, I'm so excited. So I will be back again with another card. You guys have a great moment of peace until all heck breaks loose with your family dinner or whatever you got going on today. I appreciate you watching and supporting Kevin's wonderful, wonderful site we got going here, or page. And, who knows? Give it a try. Join his group, and then next time you can do a video and have your day of showing off what you like to do, because I love what I do here, and I'm glad that I get to share it with you. So enjoy, 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 and I will be back. I don't know yet. I'm going to just say roughly an hour or so, but hopefully it's giving you a notification that I'm live, but I don't want to overwhelm you with me, so I'll give you an hour or so to wait. I'm going to go part with my big project that I got to show you and make sure that I got all that knowledge up here of how it goes together. And I'll be back with another quick card. So you guys have some cranberry salad while you wait. See you in a little bit.